Hello and welcome back. In today's video, we are going to be deploying a static website on an S3 bucket. An S3 bucket is a storage container that is provided by Amazon Web Services, popularly known as AWS, through its simple storage service S3. And that is the origin of S3. Simple storage service. So basically, there is a service that is used to store, to manage, and to retrieve any amount of data in form of files, documents, and media. So for the scope of this video, we are going to be seeing how to deploy a static website in an S3 bucket. So the template that we are going to use, this is the website that we will be deploying, and I do not take credit on this template. It is a template that I have downloaded from this website, freecss.com. So if you want to do this for practice purposes, you can just head here and download the template of your choice. All right, so when we talk about S3 bucket, it's an AWS service, so we need to visit this link, aws.amazon.com. right? If you do not have an account, ensure to create one, and if you do have an account, once you visit this link, just click on sign in to the console. All right, so on clicking sign in, you'll be requested to input your login information, and you'll be redirected to such a page. All right, so the first thing that we are going to do is to create an S3 bucket. So in this search button, just type in S3. Alternatively, if you have been working with that service, you see it in the recently visited items, right? So in my case, I can just click on this option. In your case, if you have not yet interacted with it, just search S3, and here you go, right? So click on that option, right? So in this dashboard, this is where you get a list of the buckets that you have created in the past. So we are going directly to click on this option, create bucket, and in here we are going to leave most of these options as default, right? In this case, we need to give a bucket name, and this name needs to be unique across AWS S3 bucket services, right? So in my case, I can call it static website. So I'm not sure if we have such a bucket, but let us just try. If there is a bucket existing with such a name, not necessarily in your account, but within the AWS ecosystem, it is going to tell us that that bucket name is taken, right? Then let's scroll down. We are going to leave that as default. So in here, we can uncheck that to give access to the public on the various items that we have in here, right? Because again, we want this bucket to be able to serve our static website, so that is where we need public access, right? Then you need to acknowledge about turning off this option here. Then the other thing, just scroll down. Once you get to this point, just click on create bucket, right? So probably that name is taken, so let's come back here, right? Bucket with the same name already exists, so in this case we can just add dtech, right? Let's come back here, create. All right, so within some few seconds, our bucket has been created. So the next thing, once you create a bucket, the next thing is to upload your files. All right, so this is how to go about uploading your files. So just click on the bucket that you created, right? So in this dashboard, we are going to work with upload. Click on that, right? Then here you have an option of uploading files and folders. All right, So I'm able to share with you how our files looks like. So this is the look of our files. So we basically have folders and files, right? So what we are going to do is that we are going to upload files first. Let's go back here. Let's come back here. So in this case, let us upload all the files, right? Basically, we do not need the Docker file in this case, so we are going to leave that out. All right, once you do that, let's scroll down here, upload. We are just going to work with the defaults in here, upload, and give it time. All right, so that is done. Click on cross. All right, so the next thing we need to do is to click on upload, so that again we can upload the static files. Those are the CSS, the JavaScript, the images, and all that. So click on upload again. So in this case, we are going to add folder, right? Right, so once we are here, so we are going to start with mail, confirm upload, then click on upload. That is done. Cross, right? Upload again. Right, that's done. Cross, upload again, add folder. All right, it's done. Cross. All right, so just click on cross, and so basically in here we are going to try and access this particular file, index.html, since this is the entry file to our website. I mean, the very first file that we see here is usually the index.html. So just click on that. So we are going to talk about, let me see if this option works. All right, so there are chances that you get an error from these on visiting this particular URL. So let me just ensure that we are visiting the particular link without all these other options. All right, so perfect. So basically the reason why we have been able to access that is because a link has been passed here, right? And we have, it's able to authenticate us. But then if you share this link with anyone else, they are not able to access that resource, right? So we need to do some adjustments so that we are able to access our static website. All right, so back to this dashboard here. So all we need to do, so I'll be moving to permissions, right? Then scroll down. So in here we need to edit the bucket policy. So just click on edit. Once we are able to edit, we are going to be adding a few lines here. So this is what we need to add, and again we need to slightly adjust this resource here. So your bucket name, so our bucket name, we have dtech static website. That's the name we give to our bucket. So we need to come and replace that here. So just remove that and add the bucket name, right? So once we have added that, we just need to save the changes. Once we are done with that, just come back here and reload. Right, so this gives us the static website. I think we can be able to navigate through a number of pages here. All right, contact us and all that. So basically that's it. We have been able to deploy a static website on an S3 bucket, and I believe this video was helpful. Please be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, drop your thoughts in the comment section, and also should you face a challenge, do let us know in the comment section so that we can be able to help you out. Thank you and goodbye.